Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Zay, and today I will be showing you how I trim my hair with no heat. If you don't want to blow dry your hair or straighten it in order to trim your ends, this is how I do it. This is how I grew my hair tailbone length, and this is what I will continue to do to grow my hair even longer than that, because if you don't know, I'm on a journey to grow my hair even longer than what it is now. Both Sierra and I are now using products from our natural hair care line, Cédaje Naturals, which is full of products made to specifically grow our natural hair longer, healthier, thicker, and stronger than it ever was before. We introduced this line in our updated wash day routine video, so you can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And I've said then, and I'm saying now, that given that Sierra and I want to grow our hair past waist length and past tailbone length, we wanted to enhance and add some oomph to the routines we were already using and that we introduced to you all in the Getting Back to the Basics series. And these products in this line have the recipes we know will get us to those goals, and dare I say, get us to those goals very quickly. So if you've been looking for products specifically made to grow your natural hair, if you have been struggling to create DIY natural hair growth recipes at home, or if you simply don't want to use products laden with chemicals and you want to use products that are natural that will also be immensely healthy for your natural hair, you can shop these products at justforblackgirls.com/shop, and I really am encouraging you to do so that way you can join Sierra and I on our journey to past waist length and past tailbone length. Every single product is made to order, and you have until November 17th to get your products, because the next drop after that is to be determined. But before we even get into using these awesome products, I'm going to prep my hair with a technique known to promote even more growth, which is trimming. So if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, do not hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell notification so that you don't miss out on anything I or Sierra post on the C Slays and the Zay TV YouTube channel. And without further ado, let's hop right into this video. So I'm starting off with showing you how absolutely horrendous my ends are. You know when you go to style your hair and your ends come together in a nice cute little coil? They didn't even do that. Like, Sierra had just helped me detangle my hair, and if you don't know, I mentioned this in a vlog, make sure you watch our vlogs, that your girl sustained a 16-stitch finger injury, which put me out of commission to doing my own hair for a while, so Sierra had to help me. But yes, I'm giving you close-ups now of just how absolutely horrid my ends are, just so that way you can have a gauge of what they'll look like after this process is finished. Now what you're going to need is a spray bottle with hot water, a pair of hair shears, as well as your conditioner of choice. I'm going into this process with already pre-detangled and pre-moisturized hair because this is just easier to manage. I have 8 braids in, 4 on each section, and I'm starting with the back. You can totally pre-section your hair into twists, but what I like about the braids and 3-strand twists is that they are broken up into at least 3 sections, so that way you can go section by section as I'm going to show you here. So what you want to do is spray your ends with water, and I'm also putting conditioner on it just so that way I can have a clearer outline of what hair is looking good and what hair is not. What I like to look for when I'm trimming my ends are holes in my ends, which are essentially, the best way I can explain it is you can spot the breakage. You can see, let me pause it right here. So I paused it here because this frame is a really great way to see exactly where my hair has begun to break off, and I'll put an emoji right at that spot because my hair is dark, and then you begin to see a hole that is not as thick, it's not as dense, it's not as packed with hair, and that is how you know my hair is breaking off or has broken off right there. And when you're trimming, you always want to trim above where the breakage is, so that way that breakage does not travel up your strands. So even though the hair to the left and the right of that hole may be healthy, because I want all of my hair to be on the same page, so to speak, I do have to cut all of that length off. And in the video right here, you'll see that I'm putting my fingers right at that hole, and I'm essentially just making sure that my eyes are correct, that I'm not deceiving myself, and that is exactly how much I have to cut. Now, you're gonna see in the video that I continue to cut kind of large amounts of hair, anywhere between 2 to 3 inches, but you do not have to cut as much. I am a huge advocate for people, if you don't want to cut off that much hair, you can cut off a bit at a time and then let it grow out and then cut it, cut more off if you would like to. But yes, you can definitely do that, but this is just what I do because I already know that cutting off what is not healthy will only help to promote even more growth in the future. So it's kind of like an investment. Like, yeah, we may suffer in length right now, but we're going to benefit in health and growth in the future. So now what I prefer to do is the same thing, but you see that I grab 2 sections at a time. And what this is for is because I'm pretty much just going to use the section I just trimmed as a guideline for where to cut for those other 2 sections. So all I'm going to do is line up the section I just cut with the 2 uncut sections, and then I'm going to trim the 2 uncut sections to where I had cut my first section, so that way my hair is an even length across the board. In my opinion, it doesn't really make sense to try to cut each of the 3 sections to different places, because then my hair is not going to stop at the same spot. And especially for, the back, it just makes sense to have all of the sections going across at the same length. So now, as you saw for a glimpse there, all of my hair is the same length, and now I'm going to braid the section up. To finish this section off, I braid it up, and no section is done until it passes the braid test. Now what the braid test is, if I braid my section down and my ends are still looking raggedy at the end, those ends also get trimmed. So you're seeing that right here. I mean, look at that. That looks not good. Even when you twirl it around, it doesn't coil, it doesn't do anything. Bye-bye, it's gone.
That is how I trim my ends. And now you're probably wondering, well, how is this going to promote growth if you're cutting off about an inch when you go to trim? I don't trim that often, if I'm being 100% honest. I rely on my hair care routines and my moisture routines and how I protect my hair to keep my ends healthy so that they don't get raggedy like this in the first place. The only reason why I'm trimming right now is because they got raggedy due to my inability to do my hair and keep up with my hair care routines as a result of a finger injury. But, so they had to go. Your ends are the weakest part of your hair, so as soon as your hair care routine falters, your ends are going to be the first thing that gets damaged. It's not even going to be, or at least for me. So it's always my ends that gets messed up first. But now, as you can see, I have a nice blunt end. It's nice and blunt, it's nice and compact, no fraying, no nothing. That's how I know that I cut off what I needed to cut off. Now I'm gonna go and do the same thing that I just did, except I'm going to go from the outside to the middle of my head instead of the middle to the outside, because this first braid I made a mistake and went from the inside to the outside, and now this side of my hair will be uneven, so I won't be doing a lot of blow dry or straightening routines because my hair is not going to have that nice triangle because I accidentally cut off too much in the middle part of my hair. But I can remedy that by not making the same mistake twice. So when you are doing this, you want to start from the outside and go in to give yourself that marker in terms of where to cut. So we have these 3 sections. I'm going to spray conditioner. It really helps to already have your hair be detangled. Oh, I sprayed the mirror. I don't know if y'all can see that. It really helps to already have your hair be detangled. Like, it helps a lot. This extra water just helps to get rid of whatever breakage may be there. I just pulled this off. at the end, at the ends, so that way you're not mistaking what's already broken off for dead hair that's still on your, you're not mistaking breakage for damaged hair that's still connected to your hair. So I'm just taking that off, pulling it through, pulling it through. Now this will give me a clear visual of what needs to be cut. Now I can clearly see, first of all, you can definitely see here. You see that hole? Do you see that hole? It's like right here. So we know definitely this, at the very least, this line here, like right where the hole begins, needs to go. So we can start with that, right? Can go just like this, right across, right? Now we're going to do that just like this. Now you see how that's uneven? See that? That can go. Now that I have a marker, I'm going to do the same thing for these two sides right here. So that the length can be even. And that's where I messed up on the first time, but nobody's perfect. And I just wanted to keep that in there to show you that everybody is human. It was a mistake, and my hair will grow back. So I didn't cut off 18 inches, just about an inch or so. So I will be fine. Learn from my mistakes. Go from the outside in instead of inside out. So I'm just doing the same thing. So the rest of this section, I'm going to use this section as a guide. And now I can easily see what needs to be cut. The blunt part is the hair I just cut. This is the hair I just cut, and this is the hair that needs to be cut from the other sections. Now, I'm just going to cut it. So now this section is virtually complete, but it won't be complete until I do my braid test. So now I'm braiding it down. See, got some breakage. Do not finish a section unless it passes. I do not finish a section unless it passes the braid test, and this is the braid test right here. So it's looking good. It's looking good, but I like to twist it to get an even clearer. I like to twist it to get an even clearer picture of what needs to be cut. So do you see that see-through end right there? I'm gonna cut that off. Whole thing right here. And this is what the final end looks like. This braid and this braid is different in length. What will I do? Now I could just cut it off. Hey, I could just cut it off. I'm tempted to cut it off. Why not? No, they're even. Stop at the exact same point. Perfect. Now, that's how I trim my ends. Like, that's really how I do it. Now I will do the rest of these, and I will come back when everything is done. lovelies, this is the last one and the camera's about to die, so if I don't get a chance to show you all the last clip, just know this is what my ends are now looking like, and they are significantly better than they were before. And this, like I said before, this is a great way to trim your ends without having to blow dry or use heat on your hair. This is what I typically do, and honestly, this method has never failed me. So I hope you like what you saw, and I hope you like what you heard. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything Sierra or I post. And I will include some clips here with close-ups of my ends. I will include some clips here of close-ups of my hair and how everything is looking right now. But yes, this is the last one, so I'm just going to show you one more time how I do it. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but the parts that are smaller, I just clip the ends together. These braids back here was too big for me to try to do it together, so that's why I did it by section. But breakage, get the conditioner, smash it on there. I like to use the conditioner because it helps me be able to see exactly where the breakage is beginning and where the dead ends are. The front parts of my hair are never as bad as the back. This part off right here. I don't want to braid it up.
Alright lovelies, now it's time for me to show you the final products, and look at how good my ends look now. I mean, this compared to that, I mean, you can't tell me that you don't see a difference. I love this method. I hope that you try it out. This took me no longer than 2 hours, and it honestly only took me that long because I was explaining to you all like how to do it. So I mean, with no talking, no recording, this honestly shouldn't take you over an hour to do, especially if you pre-part and pre-detangle your hair as my hair was. So if you like what you saw and if you like what you heard, do not hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell notification. Also, do not forget to stay tuned because we will be demoing and showing you all how to use our Cédaje natural hair care products in the upcoming videos. We're going to be doing styles, we're going to be doing all kinds of braid outs and twist outs and flexi rod sets and perm rod sets and cornrows, and I'm so excited for that. And we may even drop some new products on y'all, so make sure to grab your Cédaje Naturals products so that you can join Sierra and I on this natural hair growth journey part 2, past waist length and past tailbone length, and so that you can be experiencing the benefits and the growth and hitting those milestones with us. I love you lovelies. If you made it this far, drop a pink heart, and until next time lovelies, bye.